is not chase after Boruto. That's why she knows best. Don't get me heated, guys. Don't get me heated. Yo, it's your boy Betty, and today we do have Boruto with official release, chapter 16, titled The Singularity of Fate. Obviously, we did do the reaction for the scans yesterday, but as you guys know, they could have been a little bit better, so that's what we're going to check out today. Of course, hit the like and subscribe button, especially if you want to see more content like this. If you want to see the official reactions, then let me know. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I see some of you are always asking, let's stick to the official. This is your chance to let me know, right? So, for everyone else showing that love, thanks as always. This is of course your boy Betty, and let's get into this reaction. So, official, we're here, Singularity of Fate. Well, there's no need to do single page, just stick to the double page. Let's do this. Space-time ninjutsu. It instantly transports you or other people anywhere. As with flying, it's a basic Otsutsuki ability. You've manifested it several times in the past, but they were all singular accidental bursts under limited, irreproducible circumstances. Koji, why'd you have to speak like that, man? God damn, man. True thespian. Anyways, so it's still something that you cannot control. However, in about 6 years' time, you managed to master it. By marking metal objects with your chakra so that you can sense them, you evolved it into a ninjutsu that enables you to move freely and instantly wherever you want. And that is the Flying Raijin Jutsu. Flying Raijin? Yes. You named it after a similar jutsu favored by your grandfather, Namikaze Minato, the 4th Hokage. See, this is already making way more sense. Although we got the understanding from reading it originally, this is explaining it in a way more clearer format. Again, got all of this from the scans yesterday, but this is way more poignant and straight to the point. In truth, they are two different jutsu. You actually don't know the real Flying Raijin. As you sought to control space-time ninjutsu, you devised your own copycat Flying Raijin that produces near identical results. Devised? I'm a genius? Okay, because it did seem like Boruto was saying you're a genius. He's talking about himself here. Except all I feel right now is pressure. So then he goes to training, and Koji's still talking. Metal objects are the most suitable for chakra marking. That is the optimal solution that you reach through trial and error. Metal? So this blade too? Of course. Shuriken, kunai, even decorations and utensils. Any metal object can be used for displacement. And if it was within your visual range, the translocation would be easier and more accurate. Makes sense. Could be a problem. It would not be an issue if only... Sorry, for a second I literally got shook because I was like, well, am I frozen? But it's just me not moving. I'm zoned in. I'm locked in, guys. I'm locked in. Anyways, makes sense. Could be a problem though. It would not be an issue if only one object were in play at a time, but then you wouldn't be taking full advantage of the utility of this jutsu. And so you came up with the idea to use symbols. Each metal object would be a distinctive shape, and visualizing that unique symbol would make it possible to accurately transport to your intended coordinates even if they were far away. I see! So I should prepare a variety of metal objects and exclusively for teleporting myself long distances. Indeed. But the farther you want to displace yourself, the greater the power of concentration necessary. So the longer the distance, the harder it is. I guess I have a lot of training ahead of me. Listen, Boruto. In just a few minutes, you've acquired the theories and knowledge that took the future you many years to cobble together. But knowledge alone is not enough. In order to truly master the Flying Raijin, you'll need to study and practice an extraordinary amount. That's not a problem. Let's keep going. I've got a lot of things to do. That's right. I don't get it. If you can see both good and bad futures, why not tell everyone everything and have them help? Wouldn't that guarantee things go in a good direction? It is truly ironic, but the more people that know it, the more the nature of that future will change. Once you know a future, you can no longer act the same way as before you knew it. Instead, it will branch in complex ways, making it even more difficult to predict, to the point of completely negating the advantage of foreseeing the future via prescience. Also, you noting that I'm reading way better and way clearer? Obviously, it's because the grammar is better. Why else? Come on now, dogs. Inside joke for those who get it. Anyways, to the point of completely negating the advantage of foreseeing the future via prescience. For better or worse, to know the future leads to the act of destroying it. And in particular, the more futures you know, the greater you diverge from the track called fate. And become a singularity, a heretical existence, which makes the future unstable. A singularity. So it's better for most folks to not know anything. Sorry, I just need to, sorry, I was reading it in the wrong order. I don't know why, I just got a little confused there. So it's better for the most for most folks to not know anything, for things to proceed toward a good future, and the duty of we singularities of fate is to aid the path to good futures from the shadows. I still love this concept. It makes sense when he explains it in that way. It's like the future is already changing because I've shared information with you, Boruto. If we keep telling people what's going to happen, then the futures that I'm aware of won't be the futures that we're training for. Do you know what I mean? So in his mind, it's like, let's keep it minimal. Let's try and have as much control, because then we can have way more authority of how we dictate where we go in terms of destiny and fate and so on. If you start letting too many people know, then we're creating too many possible realities, too many possible futures, and it becomes difficult to navigate, not just for themselves as well, right? Because, and I alluded to this in the, the video we did yesterday, Koji, what he was saying is that this isn't something that should be coveted. Like, this position is something that, I guess it's difficult for him, it's difficult for Boruto, because of the lack thereof, right? The lack of being able to collaborate, with the lack of being able to share what it is you're going through with others. Like, it's a very lonely role. It really is. So he's doing good, and this is what Sumire was alluding to. Don't worry, we'll get to Sumire soon, because I didn't realize you had so many Sumire haters, man. Damn! Half the comments on my previous video was hate on Sumire. I was so surprised, man. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. But yeah, listen, I get it, man. I rate Sarada too. I do rate Sarada as well. Let me just put that there. Anyways, just like me, you've become a singularity. And, as have you, who will likely see this sooner or later, Eida. Singularity of fate. Right, and this is something I didn't necessarily realize on the first read, but obviously when I was editing the video, I realized Eida was looking at this conversation happening in the past, but seeing it in the present moment. Hence why we then go back to the present and she's speaking to a present Sarada. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's not aged down like Boruto was in that flashback. So again, wasn't really clear, but it is now. This is the bit I'm excited for though, the conversation between Sumire, Sarada, and Eida. Anyways, well, Eida, any luck? It seems as if Boruto isn't saying much. He must have his reasons. It feels to me like he's doing it to prevent unnecessary danger to the two of you. Yeah, so she obviously heard all of that, but she isn't revealing it herself. And to be honest, this is a testament to Eida and her feelings, because she's almost been considerate of Boruto's wishes, but also considerate of Sarada and Sumire, because she could easily make them singularities right here. And she had that choice. Choice was obviously something huge that they discussed throughout this chapter, right? It's a big topic. And clearly she's thinking, she's been, like I said, being empathetic, being considerate, and putting those two people, in a place of consideration. I'm repeating a lot of what, yeah, you get what I mean, right? You get it. It's just nice and quite surprising to see Eida kind of act this way based on all of that. Anyways, he must have his reasons. It feels to me like he's doing it to prevent unnecessary danger to the two of you. That might be the case, but he's always taken everything on by himself. As for Konoha, they won't stop seeing or treating him as the enemy. Even though it's obvious we have a mutual foe, so it's up to us three to help him. Hey, where is Boruto right now anyways? Sarada, I don't think Boruto wants us to know. Huh? We may have taken Boruto's side outwardly, yet we know almost no crucial intel about him. But I think it's because of that we've been able to live freely like this. Class rep? Don't call me class rep! So I feel what we ought to be doing is not chase after Boruto. That's why she knows best. Don't get me heated, guys. Don't get me heated. But you saw it too, didn't you? If it had gone badly, Boruto might have died instead of just being wounded. It's too reckless for him to take those monsters on by himself. Have you considered the possibility that he got hurt because we were there? What? You might want to try putting yourself in Boruto's shoes. That's right, Sonoha! Sonoha, Sumire! She needs to know. She don't get it. I'm making a lot of people angry, I know. I'm trolling, partly. Do you really think he likes having to keep things from us? Has there been even a moment when you've reflected on his pain? Class rep, stop calling me class rep, man! And not just Boruto's feelings, but mine too. You do know, don't you, that I like Boruto a lot? And yet, you just leapt into his arms. Right in front of her! Okay, less repetitive, definitely. Conversations way more straight to the point, way more zeroed in. You know, everything's still coming across, and it still came across before, but I feel like, yeah, this is reading a lot better. I've tried to be respectful of your feelings, to understand that your reaction in that moment was to be expected. But what about you, Sarada? When you were in front of me, did you think about my feelings at all? Even just a little bit? Awkward, it's so tense, I'm afraid to even twitch, and yet, this is crazy fun, keep going. No, Eida's toxic, man, high key, man, she toxic as hell. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring this up, especially at a time like this. Nah, you needed to check her. Sarada needed to check. It's like you don't own Boruto. And Sumire did admit it to you that she actually liked Boruto. She admitted it in part 1. I remember that. Wait, class rep. How much longer will I still just be class rep to you? Facts. Eida, it's Shikamaru. If you have a minute, I'd like to talk to you. What is going on? I hear he's been in the village several times. Moreover, you let him slip right through your fingers when you had him in custody. He's one measly rogue ninja. Why haven't you been able to dispose of him already? Please forgive this appalling, inexcusable blunder. Recapture him and stuff him out quickly. Should you fail, those responsible will end up being brought to task. Rest assured, Lord Daimyo, we shall put an end to this in a matter that suits your wishes. Yeah, something's about to happen to Shikamaru, man. It ain't gonna be good, bruv. It's not looking good for him, bruv. If it were up to me, I'd rather not meet you in person, as looking at you muddles my thoughts. I didn't want the sensory unit eavesdropping. Besides, I like it when you're out of sorts. It's quite endearing. And what of sound circumstances? The hidden sound circumstances. He didn't want to say hidden sounds? Okay. Unfortunately, it's just as you predicted. There's a new divine tree person. His name is Ryu. He's modeled on that Sunagakure boy, Shinki. Damn it. And his target is the Kazekage. Gara. The Kazekage is safe for now, since he's sealed away. but Ryu is able to undo the seal, likely because it's his jutsu to begin with. We need to take down Ryu for Gaara's sake. I'll arrange a mission to Sunagakure. Stat. By the way, what I saw is from a few hours ago. It wasn't real time. What? There's an annoying divine tree who's actually able to look into my eyes when I'm watching with the setting down. That's possible? Is this some sort of ability? I'm not sure, but it made my blood run cold. I don't know what he might have done if I've kept watching. Yeah, because could he interact with you? Because it seemed like he could. So I apologize, but please don't ask me to watch them in real time anymore. Understood, no worries. Past events are fine. I'm grateful for whatever intel you can gather and report. Oh, and about Boruto. You're the one who set it up, right? Helped him escape? Using Mitsuki? What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. Relax, I won't tattle on you to Konoha. I mean, it wouldn't be to my advantage to endanger your position. Besides, I just don't intend to reveal anything to you. I haven't told a single lie. Above all else, I don't want to cause Boruto trouble. Forget I said that. I was thinking out loud. Oh, that part wasn't in a scans. Forget I said that. I was thinking out loud. See, that makes me think that Eida is literally starting to like him. Boruto high key has his haram. Like, it's wild. Yeah, you need to watch out for your girl, Kawaki. Speaking of Kawaki, Kawaki's agreed to team up with him for now. So if you want something done about those divine trees, I'd leave the two of them alone to it. Eida, Boruto has a mystery accomplice. Have you seen him? You previously spoke to me in the form of a toad. That toad was familiar. It's Kashin Koji, isn't it? Oh, so I thought I didn't think it was the toad saying this bit. I thought it was Eida, but this bit here where he says, "As sharp as ever, Nara Shikamaru." And yes, you're correct. Listen closely. I'll give you the gist. No questions, all right? See, I liked how the scans put this bit here because it seemed a little bit more like, here are your orders. Do not ask questions. Straight to the point kind of thing. And it made it seem a little bit more like, ooh, it was a bit more surprising. This one feels a little bit nicer, like he's welcoming him into their secret society. I am going to call it a secret society. It'd be dope if they gave themselves a name. Like we've had Akatsuki, we've had Kara, we even have the Shinju. It'd be dope if we had Eida, Shikamaru, Koji, Kawaki, and Boruto, all with like a secret society name. Can we do that? Can we create one within our own community? Guys, like, drop your thoughts in the comments. What's a good secret society name for all of these guys? I think the best one, I'll obviously pin. Next time we do a reaction, I'll put it as a title or something like that. Anyways, no questions, alright? What? Sarutobi Konohamaru, Uchiha Sarada, and Mitsuki. Deploy those three to the land of wind. Either Ryu or Matsuri are bound to show up there, or perhaps even both together. Have your trio team up with the two Sand Ninja to slay them. Hold on a minute. Explain what's going on. Give me a convincing reason why. I told you no questions. If it's not enough to convince them, then come up with something plausible. What? One other thing, do not let Uzumaki Hiwari outside Konoha. Juro has set his eyes on her. If she steps outside Konoha, it may draw his notice and will result in her death. Fortunately, Juro holds Konoha's cultural values in high esteem, and he himself is reluctant to wage battle within the village. So barring any extreme circumstances, she should be safe for now, as long as she stays within the village's boundaries. And notify everyone to treat him as an ordinary customer if Juro happens to pay a visit to the bookstore or some such. Okay, yeah, it definitely sounds better when I was reading it with the scans. It just read better. Anyways, I notify everyone to treat him as an ordinary customer if Juro happens to pay a visit to a bookstore or some such. Are you serious? This is no joke. What is most crucial is to not provoke Juro. We understand that if you truly anger him, we have no chance of winning. Absolutely none. To avoid Jura intervening, we'll hit the others with the minimum force required, and if Jura shows up, retreat immediately. Hence why we're not sending Kawaki and Boruto. Alright, that makes a lot more sense for me now. That's all from me. I wish you luck. Hey, hold on. My belated thanks for your assistance in Boruto's escape. I am much obliged. You followed your heart, going against the village laws and your fellows to carry it out without any proof of the truth. To do what you believed was right. I will not coerce you. Keep following your heart to achieve a good future. I love Koji, man. He's so fine. Shikamaru then lights up a cigarette. Sheesh, what a bother. Follow your heart, huh? Ah, Eida. And again, I didn't really notice that. That was Eida thinking to herself, follow her heart. Follow my heart, huh? Because I do have this feeling that Eida's kind of interested in Boruto. And the fact that she's helping a lot. I mean, Boruto's got some contenders. Some of you are saying Sumire, like me. Some of you are saying Sarada, like the comments. But we're all ruling out Eida right now. Although I do kind of expect Kawaki to maybe warm up to her. She's also a contender too, guys. We can't discount her yet. You know what I mean? But then, yes, as you guys, this is my favorite panel. This whole chapter was lit. But my god, this panel with Mitsuki, Sarada, and Konohamaru, it's so clean anyways. It's clean though, ain't it? It's clean. And I like what they've done with the headband. I didn't notice this yesterday, but noticing it today. They've changed the placing, so it's now on her forehead. Like Sarada, like Sakura wears it. And not on the side, like we've seen, you know, the likes of the Jonin do. Konohamaru's doing it at the moment. Shikamaru's done it as well in the past and so on. Sarada, is something wrong? Nah, it's nothing, I'm fine. Don't space out like that, or the Sand Ninja will make fun out of you. Master Konohamaru, Yodo, and Araya. Welcome to the Land of Wind. We appreciate your help. Thank you too. Now let's get moving. It is crazy that Konohamaru is the Kakashi of the new Gen era. It is still so wild to me, because he really ain't there yet. Kakashi is working him. Sharingan, no Sharingan, Kakashi is destroying Konohamaru. And I would have thought that Konohamaru would have maybe got up to a similar level, if not the same. But, I mean, Kakashi at the same age Konohamaru was when he learned the Rasengan, leagues above him even then. So, you know. Anywho, the area with all the columnar rocks, that's a new word. The area with all the columnar rocks corresponds to the coordinates we were told about. Master, where did Lord 8th get this intel? I don't know. Supposedly it's a reliable source, but I'm dubious about it as well. Yo, been a while. Your aura's changed a lot. You into a guy? Huh? No? Ah, not that it matters. Well, okay, so they are teasing Sarada being into Boruto. Listen guys, we can discuss it in the review, like the discussion portion. We'll obviously do a proper deep dive, and you know, now we've got a little bit extra context, and obviously I want to respond to some of your comments and do a bit of a discussion around that as well. So we will do that. But let's finish this off. Found them, the Divine Tree people. And then yeah, we'd see Mitsuri, we'd see Ryu. What is this toad? Damn it, there's two of them. A clue that will lead to Boruto. Cool, so that was the end of the chapter. Definitely a bit more context. To be honest, it wasn't too dissimilar to what we read already, but I definitely feel like the conversations were a little more crisp, a little more detailed, and a bit more straight to the point. So absolutely loved it. But yeah, let's get to the review portion. Let's dissect. Alright guys, hit me. What is the beef with Sumire? Hit me. Alright, this is what I wanted to save the discussion for, really. I've been seeing a lot of your comments. People are saying Sumire is trash. People are saying that she's going to turn into a Shinju. People are saying that Sarada has been teased way more than Sumire has. Some people are just saying that they just don't like her. Like, what is the beef? I always thought Sumire, like I mentioned in the reaction we did yesterday, she was introduced with so much sauce. She came in looking clutch, fighting Mitsuki hand to hand. It was dope. But then because we didn't get that much of her in an anime, it was really a upsetting, to be honest, because she was such a big character. Like, they made more, like, they gave more importance to Denki. Where's Denki in the manga now? Do you know what I mean? And that's something to think about, because we haven't seen all of those other characters that were introduced except Sumire. And I should tell you guys that even the mangaka, and I know one of you said Ikamoto, it's not Kishimoto, fair. Kishimoto is supervising. Either way, one of them has said, hey, listen, this girl here, she's gonna be important, yo. And I agree, I think she is going to be important. Even that moment after the blowout that she had against Sarada, where she's thinking to herself, being like, why did I act like that? That is all adding to her character, and I would not be surprised if we do get like a one-to-one moment between her and Boruto. We start to develop that a little bit more, because I do feel like they're setting it up a little bit more than they are with Sarada. I don't know, man. Like I said, I see what some of you are saying. Some of you are saying it doesn't matter if they grew up friends. They can develop a bond after the fact. And you gave me some good examples, which are factual, alright? We have seen that be the case in anime before and in real life. It does happen. Part of me doesn't want it to happen because I feel like it's so cliche. It's so like what we'd expect to see. I kind of want them to subvert our expectations. It's like, cool, yeah, we've seen this love. Even Naruto and Sasuke was almost that. I mean, my dude was obsessed with Sasuke. I kind of want to move away a little bit. Leave them as friends. Bring in Sumire. Adds a little bit more, I don't know, it just makes it a bit more dynamic in terms of storytelling. It doesn't make it just like a one-track through line. Do you know what I mean? It allows for an opportunity to create a lot more drama, a lot more depth for these characters. Like we've seen here in this chapter, I feel like this was partly what made it great. So that's the only reason I'm really pushing back against it. It's because I think creating conflict like this outside of the, you know, the current plot, the Shinju story, even the Kawaki story, the Momoshiki story, the Naruto story, having this as like a D-list plotline, I think is quite cool, especially when it's side characters. So again, I love it, I like it, also because it gives more agency to Sumire, more time on Sumire as well, and more time for her to shine too. I hope we get to see more. I hope we get to see Noe. I hope we get to see a further development, also based on everything that's happening with Eida, because I do also think it's happening with her too, where she's realizing that she might actually have more feelings for Boruto, maybe even more than Kawaki, right? And we might start, because we've already seen the formulations of it, right? New alliances being formed with her aligning with Koji and Boruto. I expect that to continue on and to get enforced even further. Ultimately, Kawaki mistreats Eida. Daemon doesn't like him. Daemon doesn't like the way he mistreats her as well. And we see that Daemon's actually a bit more favorable to Boruto. So wouldn't it make sense if Kawaki kind of reverts back to the position he had at the start of the introduction of the story, where he becomes a bit more lonely based on how he treats people, and we start to see Boruto gaining friends and gaining allies based on the type of person he is. You know what I mean? And that's a way that they essentially meet in the middle. Obviously, they're still going to have the confrontation, but I can see all of these things coming to a head where Boruto eventually gains everything that he's lost, and Kawaki loses everything. I don't think he's going to build a relationship or a bond with Eida or any other character really, with Naruto now being gone. Maybe Himawari, that might be the closest I imagine, and maybe Boruto of course, but do you get why I'm saying what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So that's my thoughts. Obviously, I have loved this chapter. I think that there's so much to look forward to now, especially when we are going to be in the Sand Village, we are going to be facing this Shinju. I hope we get to see Mangekyo. I hope we get to see Sage Mode Mitsuki versus Ryu. Because in theory, technically, this is gonna be a rematch, right? Following on from the Chunin exams, Mitsuki versus Shinki. We are seeing the rematch, and obviously this is a powered up Shinki with the Rinnegan and, you know, extra chakra, all of that other stuff. But this is also a leveled up Mitsuki too. So I'm very excited, but do let me know your thoughts. Let me know obviously what your favorite moment was, what you thought about what I've been saying about everything regarding, you know, Sumire, regarding Eida, regarding Sarada. Let me know. Let's have a discussion. I live for these things, man. Of course, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button. New viewers, hit the subscribe button. For those waiting for Code Geass, it is coming. Keep an eye out and hit the subscribe if you don't want to miss that, as well as all the other content that we are doing, because we're going to be doing Dandadan tomorrow. We're going to be doing Daemon Konohamaru coming soon, and obviously Tower of God, and obviously Bleach as well. You don't want to miss out. But for everyone else that has been showing that love, thanks as always. This of course has been your boy Betty. I'll catch you guys in the next one.